I'm off to ride up the Clusaz Aravis today, which is something I've done before, indeed posted a video of before. But the previous video I was climbing it from the south, today I'm going to climb it from the north. So again, it features in Tour de France in both directions regularly, and the Criterium Dauphiné, which is coming through here in a couple of days as well. So that's actually why I'm here today, because I'm previewing the stage 6 of the Dauphiné. But yeah, this video also doubles as a Tour de France stage climb. So it's only category 2 climb. It's relatively easy on the grand scheme of things, but if you actually start all the way from the bottom down here, which is what I'm doing now, it's a pretty big climb. So I think probably around about 400 metres elevation now, maybe even lower. And it tops out at over 1400, so it's over 1,000 metres of climbing, albeit a pretty gentle gradient for most of the way. It only kicks up right at the end. So yeah, I'm starting down here in Saint-Pierre-Forcenis, I think. Yeah, Saint-Pierre and Forcenis, and we're heading up that way through that big valley towards the Clusaz and up then over the col. So yeah, onwards and upwards. So no kilometre markers in this segment of the climb, unlike on a lot of classic Tour de France climbs, because it's not technically part of the climb yet, although we are very much climbing. So I don't actually know what the gradient is, but it's certainly less than 5% for most of this segment. So very much middle consecutive territory, pretty leisurely. Just as an aside, the Monte de Glier, or rather the Plateau de Glier, heads up here to the right as well. I think this is featured in Tour de France and Dauphiné a few times too. As you can see, brutally steep at the top. Average gradient of 13% for the final kilometre. So that's one for another day. First sign for the Clusaz Aravis. It's another 11 kilometres away. Probably been climbing for 15 kilometres at least already, so that shows you how long this climb is. This is the first one of these signs I've seen in this whole ride. These come from the direction I've come from. I think it's probably more from the other directions, either coming from Grand Bonand or down towards Annecy, but yeah, nothing from Bombville direction, which is a bit of a shame, but there we are. So 10 kilometres to go. Still only 3% for this kilometre, but it starts ramping up just the other side of the Clusaz. So yeah, this is where it starts to get serious now. This is the ski resort of the Clusaz, which is a rather swanky ski resort in winter, but this time of year it's virtually a ghost town. It's quite surprising considering the Dauphiné is coming through here in a couple of days, but there we are. I'm actually getting pretty close to bonking because I find it really hard to find any water fountains are actually on, which is strange because it's June, and also lots of shops and cafes are closed as well, so I'm struggling to be able to keep fueled. But luckily I just found this bakery, which could well be my saviour. But yeah, pretty exhausted and still got a long way to go. We're properly into the climb now. I don't think it ever gets much more than about 6%, but it's pretty consistent now from here towards the top of the Clusaz Aravis. So yeah, I'm already pretty tired, but yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hard slog just to get to the top of the col, and clouds are starting to build as well, so hopefully there's not a thunderstorm on the way. So I finally managed to find some running water just in this person's garden, but hey, ask for forgiveness, not permission, as they say. Anyway, I was definitely getting close to being in danger of collapsing, so it was definitely needed. But managed to make my final energy drink now, so it should be good to get to the col at least, if not home. But I can't believe middle of June and all the municipal fountains are off. Like, I'm not in a drought situation, so I'm not needing to save water, and not going to freeze this time of year, so what's going on? First of the hairpins on the final drag up to the col. Up to this point it's basically been a straight slog up from the Clusaz. But yeah, there's like maybe 8 hairpins now before the summit. So starting to climb a bit more rapidly. old as Aravis. This time I haven't climbed it from the north. Just under 1500 metres, so about 1100 metres of climbing, maybe more. Nowhere is particularly steep, but it's well over 20 kilometres, so what it lacks in gradient it certainly makes up for in length. I must say I'm pretty exhausted. Only just made it, and I've still got a long way to go to get home as well. Luckily I managed to get some water and some fuel, but yeah, it's looking touch and go. So far I managed to avoid any rain, but some of the clouds looking pretty menacing, so we shall see. But yeah, that's another Tour de France classic climb ticked off. But yeah, tune into the next one. Normally you get great views of Mont Blanc from up here, but it's currently shrouded in the storm clouds, so not today. Still, pretty impressive view nonetheless. Got everything that's up here behind me still.